Our next order of business on our Mission Chapel service list would be offering training. On the list, right after worship, when we get through with worship, we then enter, someone comes up and does the offering. And we want people involved in doing the offering. That's starting to, you got to do some heavy lifting to do offering. Amen. It's really going to stretch you. Carrie, you're doing offering next week. I'm just kidding. When so that's really stretching. You're just like, woo, but we want you to be stretched. That's part of growth, right? Being stretched. So after the worship, everybody's begins sitting down and someone will handle the offering. And we want you to understand it when you do an offering, as we rotate this and get you involved in that way, when you do an offering, I want you to know is why we have a verse. Every offering, we have a verse. We share that verse and we take up an offering and give people the chance to give to the house of the Lord. And one of the things we don't want to just read the verse and pray. You want to teach it. There's a saying in the church world, you have what you teach. So you want to teach it. If you do an offering, the way you want to do an offering is you want to share a verse and share what that verse means to you. If it was like Luke 6:38, you would read the verse and then dig into it a little bit and share what that verse means to you. You have what you teach. And so what we're teaching. And what are we teaching? Giving principles. Amen. Now, about offerings and sharing and it's all God's anyway, and just really trying to encourage people to give. Now, we don't do that with pressure. We are New Testament givers, New Covenant givers, amen. The Bible says that we don't give because we're compelled. We give because we love God, amen. And so, but at the same time, we're teaching that and stirring people up because giving is a great thing. And anybody that encouraged me to give and I gave, they blessed me, amen. Because when this world is over and we close the book, what are we going to have? Not our material items, right? We're going to have what we did for God and what we gave. That's right. There's a book called the Treasure Principle that talks about that. That just, and as Jesus said, talked about laying up for ourselves what? Treasures in heaven. Treasures in heaven. How do you get treasures in heaven? Through your love, through your service, and through your gifts. So when you're doing an offering, you want to share that verse and teach that principle of giving. And then as you do that, you call your ushers up and then you want to pray over that offering. You want to remember to thank God for it and ask God to use it. Amen.